Hi everyone, welcome to the OneCodeCamp channel. For today, we're diving deep into MongoDB with Mongoose. We will talk about establishing relationships and embedding documents. So if you've ever wondered how to structure your data in MongoDB or how to connect your documents, you are in the right video. So let's go and learn how to create flexible data structures in MongoDB using Mongoose. Let's get started.
Hi everyone, this is Ian and welcome back to OneCodeCamp. On this part of our Mongoose tutorial series, we're going to discuss how to establish relationships and also how to embed documents. Let's start. In the context of data management, establishing effective relationships between different entities within a database is a fundamental aspect of ensuring data integrity and enabling rich interactions. Mongoose offers developers the capability to navigate and leverage these relationships seamlessly. Database in general have three types. We actually are in this page from the MongoDB.com website wherein it tackles about these different relationship between documents. I'll be including the link on the description box if you guys want to learn more about it. But for us, these three general types of relationships are just mainly one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-many relationships. What we only need to remember to differentiate them is that one-to-one is just like a one record in one collection that is related to exactly one record in another collection, while both one-to-many and many-to-many relationships are one record in one collection that is related to multiple records in another collection and then vice versa. Now, to further explore these relationships, let's delve into the concepts of embedding and referencing. These are the two key strategies that Mongoose offers to establish and manage these connections effectively. As our app gets more complex, this is when we need to find ways to connect different pieces of data. Imagine it like creating relationships between characters in a story. So you're building a digital world where data interacts like characters in a movie. Sometimes, characters are closely related like family members, but other times they're connected in different ways like friends or let's say maybe co-workers. This is where embedding and referencing gets in the scene. Embedding is like putting one character's details right inside another character's description, while referencing is like mentioning another character's name and knowing where to find their full story. But enough with the talking and let's get started into coding so we can understand better how it looks like in our actual project. Now let's close this browser and let me bring up Visual Studio Code. Right now, in Visual Studio Code, we have here the project that we are working on from our previous video. So we have here app.js file and our schema inside our book.js file. So first, since we are now integrating the connection between relationships among different databases and schema, we are going to create another file. So let's go up here and then let's name this. Let's have it renamed. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's close that. And then let's create another file or another schema for the authors of our book collection. Now, inside of this author.js file, what we wanted to happen is to create a separate schema or like a separate record of different authors for our books. So not only we are getting their names, but we also want to know other information about our authors. So this file, of course, we're going to require Mongoose. Make sure you spell that correctly. And mine's not working. Let me see. My quotation marks are somehow not working. Let me try this. Okay. We're gonna require Mongoose inside of the file. And then down here is where we're going to create the schema. Let's name it author schema. Okay. And then Mongoose dot schema. And then inside our schema, we just want to capture the name of the author, which would be in string, as well as, let's go for the country. of the author, and we wanted that to be a string as well. Okay, that's it. Just need to be able to export this document. Export equals to mongoose.model. Okay, we're naming this author, and then it should refer to our author schema. Okay, and then save the file. And then next, inside our book.js file, we're going to integrate the author here, the author field in here. Now with embedded, if you'll notice, based on according to the description that we provided, what happened is that we are going to integrate the additional information here on this author field based on the author schema that we did earlier. So let me just type it in real quick. So inside author, we're gonna have to replace this with an open brace, and then the name, which is again a string, and then the country. Right, and then don't forget your comma in here. Okay. So as you can see, embedding involves nesting related data directly within a document. Well, this approach, as we can see in here, is suitable for one-to-one relationships or scenarios where the related data is like an integral part of the main entity. It kind of simplifies retrieval, and then it maintains data integrity by ensuring the related data is always available alongside this entire main entity. So let's save that file, and then let's have that included in our app.js file. So in here, let's remove all this. We're going to replace what the content of our run function is. So we're going back to declaring a variable to store our new book record, book, and then of course we first have the title. Okay, and then after the title, we now have the author. All right. Now, inside the author, first we added another field aside from the name. We have country alongside as well. Okay. It didn't give us a close bracket, so let's add that up here. And then after author, we have publication year, if I remember correctly. Publication year. And then lastly, we have genre. Okay, now let's fill this all up. So for title, let's just have sample record. And for name, what name should we come up with? Rusty. So I don't know much author. You guys know that now. Australia, or let's just make this China. And then the publication year, let's make it 2021. For genre, let's add in fiction. Okay. All right, and then of course we wanted to save it, making sure we await it first. You book that save. And then we wanted to get the confirmation on our console. So let's say book created. And then we are just calling our variable. Okay, that looks good for me. Let's save the file. and then run in this file, making sure we call in the app.js file correctly first. Okay, all right. So this is exactly what we wanted to see. Now, not only that we are storing or saving the name of the author, but this time we also included a field for where they live in, like this, and it is, as you can see, nested inside our main schema. So that's it for our embedded tool. Let's go ahead and proceed to our reference function next. So with referencing, referencing entails storing references of a record to another record, which is usually the object ID of that record. It is being related to the data in another collection. And using this approach, this is actually is very versatile and ideal for one-to-many and many-to-many relationships. It is ideal also when you wanted to promote data reusability, because it allows multiple entities to reference the same data, while it also provides flexibility in managing complex relationships. Now, I want to address the other file that we created earlier. Now, author.js is not actually needed for embed using the embedding format. So, but good thing is we have not actually import this file, or we have not used the author.js file in any of the other files yet. So we did not include that here on the book.js as well as on the app.js file. So we actually does not need the author.js file from before, but it will be very useful for demonstrating how the referencing works now. So for us to get started, what we are going to do is we'll start with the book.js file again, and then this time we're gonna require our author file. So let me see. Let's name it author. And then we're saying we want to require it. Okay. There. That's the file we're looking for. Okay. Now, in here, what it will look like is we're going for the author field again, by the way. So instead of having this information directly indicated here on the author field, what it's going to look like is that we're gonna replace the name and the country with the type field. And then the type will be mongoose.schema.types. And then since we are using the object ID to reference or to use like as an unique identifier for another record, that's what we are going to include there. And then down here, we have a ref field, and then we are calling our author schema. So we're calling this variable in here, up here, where we have it declared. And let me make sure we have everything correctly. And then that's it. That's it for our book.js file. Now, let me show you how things are going to change on the app.js file this time. So we can keep this variable new book, name, country. So what's going to happen in here is that we are going to have two models. Let us first do the author. Or no, let's just go for the book since we already have that going down there. Okay. Oh, where did it go? Let me remove that. And then let's just go for a sample record too. It's for us to avoid any validation errors. Okay, looking good. Title, author. Include here the author field. And then we want to store the new author variable or the new author record in a new author variable. Let's change that to comma. Let's just put the other model for the author up here so it doesn't look as confusing. So let's now create the new author variable, which will hold the information for the new author we're going to create. Now, inside it, we have name, okay, let's just go for Jackie Chan this time. Okay, and then the country. Okay, let's go for Singapore this time. Right, don't forget our semicolon. You see, away. Then we will need to have this save as well. Let's change this to new author. Let's save. Okay, author created. Let's change this also so we don't get confused. Author. Okay. Right, so what we want to see here is two models, two records being saved for the new author and the new book. Okay. Okay. Now, as you can see, we now was able to save two records. One is for the author model, and then the other one is for the book model, which, as you can see in here, identifies the name or all the information, the name and the country that we integrated or that we write in here, and we can see that it's reflecting on this field that was specified down here on our. All right. Now, to summarize, embedding and referencing are pivotal strategies in database design facilitated by our topic, which is Mongoose. Embedding streamlines data retrieval and maintains data consistency suitable for, again, one-to-one relationships, while referencing offers flexibility, reusability, and scalability, making it ideal for one-to-many and many-to-many relationships. These techniques empower developers to architect data systems that optimize efficiency and adapt to diverse data interaction needs. Now, that's all for our topic for this video. I hope to see you on the next one. See ya!